Hi everyone. I hope you're enjoying your practicum experiences, and what I've done is put together 3 videos in getting ready for interviews. I want to teach. The first one is about our thinking portfolio. The goals of the portfolio is I want to understand and practice the OCT ethics. I want to understand and practice the OCT standards. I can articulate examples of how I demonstrate the OCT ethics and standards. And I know I can articulate the unique characteristics of a teacher that I have to offer the profession. You'll be familiar with this, and that's the end in mind. It's just a chart to show how you put your thinking portfolio together. This is the minimum that you have to do, but I know there's a lot of thinking behind it. So let's look at the steps. Step 1, read about the 4 ethics and 5 standards of practice. So let's just review those. Integrity, trust, care, and respect are what we need to model all the time as teachers, according to the Ontario College of Teachers. And the standards, there's 5 of them: commitment to students and student learning, professional practice, which is what you're doing in your practicum right now, teaching, assessing, professional knowledge and understanding, and I've added that word understanding, so you understand what assessment's all about. You understand how to engage students. Ongoing professional learning is what you've continued to do, attending workshops, looking at webinars, reading, etc. And leadership and learning communities, and that could be your leadership with your mentor teacher. It could be a learning community of 3 of your colleagues. It could be you're on a chair of a committee outside of school. Anywhere you have shown leadership skills. I've also sent you the link to the chart, the 4 standards. Please make sure you read what they stand for, because you want to use this wording in your articulation of how you've demonstrated them. So the 4 ethics and the 5 standards. There's also a visual for you as well to see how they all work together, and we all know that these kind of overlap as well. So that's step 1. Step 2, go through your box of artifacts, and I would say 10 years plus. You can go longer if you want to, because now you're thinking, how am I going to show the best examples of how I've shown the ethics and the standards of practice. You're going to sort the artifacts, and you can sort them all under the 5 standards, and make sure they display the 4 ethics, and I've got CRIT, which is caring, respect, integrity, and trust. Integrity is when you do the right thing when no one's looking. As you're doing this, it's a process. You can talk to your parents, talk to your friends, see what they think about how you've sorted them. Then you're going to decide on 2 artifacts for each standard. Try not to duplicate them if you can. If you're going to use a lesson plan to show commitment to students' learning, and you're going to show a lesson plan to show professional practice, then pick a different lesson plan so that shows your diversity. This whole process is getting you ready for interviewing for a teaching job, so you want to show how diverse you are and how flexible you are. And please just think you're wonderful, because that's what it's all about, pumping up your understanding. So when you sort them, I've sent you out the teaching portfolio, how to put it together. I've also sent out some suggested, at the end of that document, what you could put under professional knowledge, what you could put under commitments to student learning, what you could put under professional practice, leadership and learning communities, and ongoing professional learning, just to get you thinking. And I've sent out the chart so you can talk to your colleagues. There's 18 of us that you can talk to about what would be the best fit. So then the big job now is to analyze on the chart how the artifacts demonstrate the standard of practice. So that means you need to have read what the standard means and show how that artifact connects to it. And that's the second column on the chart. Step 6, and this is where all the thinking comes in, is how does it show your teaching skills and how you've demonstrated those skills. And what I've also attached for you is characteristics of effective teaching, or core competencies of teachers. Look through those and make sure that you are showing those in your artifacts and in your thinking of how you have demonstrated your teaching skills. And if we go back to the chart, and I'll go back to the beginning here that we showed, and the example, we showed an example here that someone decided to use anecdotal notes that they've taken about the students to show their commitment to students and student learning, noticing that one's a kinesthetic learner, one's an auditory learner. And then they said that it shows your commitments to student and student learning because, and you want to say why. And then it demonstrated the skills of observation skills, being adaptable, being a responsive teacher. So make sure that in your final chart of 10 artifacts under 5 headings that you have a whole bunch of different teaching skills, because you do. But you want to make sure you've got a good quadway of at least 10 skills that you believe in. And this is where it's so important, this whole process. Share your thinking portfolio with friends, colleagues, your MTs, parents, family, to confirm your thoughts are true and that you believe them, and so that you believe in yourself and your skills. This is getting you ready now to do your resume and to go for interviews. Be the portfolio. The next 2 workshops will be on writing a resume and a cover letter, and the last part will be interviewing skills. And all you've got to do is practice, practice, practice. Thank you.